It's really nice that we've moved the podcast usually to the weekends because my weekdays are
until right now.
Work. There's not much else besides it, so.
Yeah. Dude, my whole plan last weekend that I told you about, like, was totally changed. Like, I was still busy.
Yeah.
But, because we were supposed to see Imagine Dragons and AJR.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
AJR canceled their performance.
What?
And I was like, that was the main out of the two that I really wanted to see.
Why?
Why did they cancel?
Yeah.
I guess their dad died.
Oh, that's a good reason.
So they canceled their tour for a while. But I was like, Imagine Dragons is okay, but I don't want to pay the price for two headliners performing together to just see them at the very back of the stadium. So I'm like, sold the tickets, and they sold within like 10 minutes.
Probably made extra off it, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so not the end of the world. How much was the ticket initially?
They were $80.
Oh, that's not that bad. That's good for Imagine Dragons itself.
I actually broke even because I sold them for $90.
Okay.
But Ticketmaster had like a processing thing when you sell your tickets.
Oh, a fee to sell them, yeah.
Yeah, so it was. I really just pretty much made my money back. But
that's whatever. I would have still gone and seen Imagine Dragons for $80.
What's that?
I would have gone and seen Imagine Dragons for $80.
Yeah. So, but anyways, I still went to Summerfest, and Mackenzie's mom had just like the normal admission tickets for free.
Oh, okay.
So we just went in for free, and we saw Neo.
Hey, that's what's up.
Which was pretty good too. So
that's what's up.
That was a good time.
Neo must be good at performing. He's been doing it forever.
Yeah, it was interesting. I feel like he's like not as popular anymore.
No, not at all.
And you could definitely tell in the performance
from like the audience, or
kind of from the audience, more the way that he was acting.
Oh, really?
Because like in between every song, he was like explaining this. He's like, "So, I got these songs, the older ones that you all know. We call those the classics." And he's like, and then we got these newer songs that just came out, and they're the soon-to-be classics. And you probably don't know them as well.
Right.
And then in between every other song, he'd say that. And then the other times, he would say, so my new album is out. I know you guys haven't listened to it yet, but when you're done with this concert, you should go listen to it.
You should go listen to it. Did you go listen to it?
Nope.
Oh. Let's just see if it worked or not.
Every time he did one of his new songs, I was like, yeah. But his older songs are good.
With artists like that, you just can't beat like the classics.
Yeah.
It's just like you had it, and then like that's where you were at. It's like Aloe Black.
Yeah.
Was amazing. Still makes music. It's like Akon.
Yeah.
Does
Akon still make music?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Akon still performs, makes music and stuff.
I did not know that at all.
Exactly. Exactly. There's artists like that, and they had like such a big, and like Pitbull.
Yeah.
Now Pitbull has way more songs that are super popular.
Yeah.
But like it's a similar idea.
I feel like
But I guess
I listen to a lot of Pitbull's newer music still too.
I was gonna say I guess Pitbull does better globally. Right? You just reach a wider culture, so he probably does pretty equivalent sales.
Yeah.
To when he did like that Fireball album and everything.
Dude, that song
is great.
I got so sick of that song.
Yeah.
It is a good song.
But it comes back to you, and it's like, it's a good song. And then you hit it in moderation. Like, you responsibly listen to it. Like, there's every person on the planet that irresponsibly listened to that song, right?
Why does this sound like a drinking problem now?
It's a music problem, dude. It's an addiction to Fireball by Pitbull.
Which is a drink?
No, not the drink. The song by Pitbull.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I feel like everybody went through that phase, though.
Yeah.
Just too much Pitbull, Fireball, and then it was like the song's trash, and now like we're older and we like heard that song one time on the radio and we're like, oh wait, that's a good song. Like hello, and now it's like responsible.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's what happened to like everybody our age, by the way.
Yeah. Probably. I don't know.
Pretty confident about that.
It was a good time though.
No, it sounds like it. I'm really excited to go see Macklemore in September. I forgot about it and then I remembered it the other day. I was like, that's going to be a good time.
Yes, it is. I have a feeling that the crowd is going to be very, very, very energetic.
I think so too. Macklemore's huge
Yeah.
around here in the United States in general, but there's such a large Wisconsin population that listens to Macklemore like regularly. I have a 12-year-old that gets the aux here at Boys and Girls Club all the time when we're working on projects that they're helping me with, and her music selection is top tier. So it's like you get the aux. There you go. That's
cool.
And yeah, it's legit, right?
Yeah.
Right? And it's like it's her job.
Yeah.
She plays the music. It's her playlist.
I'm sure she owns that too.
She does. Oh yeah, she owns that. Oh yeah, she owns that. And she should own that.
Yeah.
She should own that. It takes a lot for me to pass off the aux to somebody. I love my music. Especially
if it's to a room full of kids.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was one day I was like, hey, I'm in and out a little bit. I don't care really as much. And every time I was in and she was playing music, I was like, okay, this song's legit. Like, hello. And it's just whatever. And then the next day I was like, hey, you got aux.
Yeah.
It's yours now. You can play music. I'm cool with that. This is like, that's how good her music selection was. I was
that's
like,
awesome. She got promoted.
Dude, she really did, really did.
That's awesome. I love that.
I can't think of much. I don't. Whose intro is it?
I don't know.
Welcome back to Staying in Tune.
It's mine, but yeah, whatever. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We'll do it together.
Right?
This is a very off episode.
Yeah, it is. It is. We're 7 minutes into the episode.
And now we're doing the intro.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's cool.
I can't think of anything besides this weekend and how excited I am just to be like away.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice
and chilling.
I really haven't. I haven't done a whole lot of this kind of thing, so
I know you haven't.
Should be a good time. I'm excited too.
It's gonna be ridiculously chill, I believe. I'm gonna bring my speaker along. I'm sure Lane will have a speaker or something too.
I'll have to bring a speaker too.
Well, we're just gonna all three of us just play random music and it's just gonna like intertwine with each other and not make any sense.
I bet I have a bigger speaker.
All right, shut up.
Nah.
The Schwartz, big as mine.
No, yeah, it should be a good time. I was thinking about I might like bring some card games or something. I don't know if
you should.
That's something we can do. So.
You should. I have a selection of card games here too that we can go look through quick and see if we want to take any of them. There's some good ones. Yeah. There's some good ones. It's gonna be legit.
I don't know. It's just no, like you said, it's gonna be nice to get away. I feel so cooped up right now anyway, so
for those who are listening, which is everybody besides us too, we're going to a cabin this weekend.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about. Because it's all I can think about. I was thinking about it like all day yesterday. Yesterday was such a long day. I was like, thank God. Thank God I'm not around this weekend. Right? Because I need something like that just to not be around for a weekend.
Yeah. Dude.
I will have my fishing stuff, by the way. I think. Because I think Lane's bringing his.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. It should be a good time. We'll have to give an update on the experience after.
Yeah, for real. We might record, we might not.
Yeah, I was definitely thinking about that.
The jury is out on that one.
You know what's going on this week in Baraboo? The Sauk County Fair.
Is it actually?
Yep.
I had no idea. I actually had no idea. Yeah. Have you gone or no?
I was there last night. What's your opinion of the fair these days? Where does that sit with you?
I don't know, man. I haven't been to the. Did you go to the fair for rides or did you go there for animals?
We did a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. Okay, cool. I think if you go for a little bit of everything, I respect that.
Yeah.
I haven't been to the fair and done rides in probably 4 or 5 years.
It must be when we all went together as a big group.
Correct.
Was that the last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time we went as a big group was the last time I did rides at the fair. I want to do rides at the fair again.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like I'm going to do it for a little bit and be done. I'm not a
Yeah.
big theme park person unless it's like go-karts.
Oh, I love go-karts.
You know what I mean? Go-karts are awesome.
Mhm.
Not a big theme park person unless it's go-karts.
They
So
should
like,
have go-karts at the fair.
dude, the setup and takedown for that's crazy. I do like bumper cars though.
Oh my gosh.
Bumper
me too.
cars are fun
Well, I did bumper cars yesterday and it was trash.
at the fair.
It was so slow, like I swear.
Oh, see, you need like
they
legit
were like
bumper
not
cars.
moving at all.
That's stupid.
I don't know. I think it's because it rained and it was like all wet in there and it was closed for a little bit. I don't know.
I don't know how that stuff works.
It was wacky.
But I do like bumper cars.
Yeah.
And I do like a couple roller coasters. Like if you took me to if I went to Mount Olympus, right, theme park, I'll do like 2 roller coasters.
Yeah.
And then I'll sit on go-karts for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
And that's like it. I'd much rather be at like a water park. So with that being said, I think doing a mixture of the two is legit.
Mm-hmm.
I personally have only been to the fair in the last 5 years to go see some animals.
Right.
And it's just like a quick little walk through whatnot. I do like the fair for like 4-H and how like
Yes.
the whole community gets behind things and
Mhm.
everything like that. So
I found myself, we spent a decent amount of time in the 4-H buildings yesterday.
the 4-H buildings are cool if you slow down and look at
yeah.
it, actually.
No, I actually, that's what I found myself doing. I was like, man, some of this stuff is like legit.
Dude, those kids know what's up.
Yeah.
Like they really put some effort behind it, which is cool to see. Because you don't usually hear a lot about that unless like you're talking to the families that do 4-H or
Right.
stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's really where 4-H shines is at the fair, especially for Baraboo.
Yep. Absolutely.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm going to so that's the Sauk County Fair in Baraboo. I'm going to the Columbia County Fair
Mm-hmm.
to see the animals and the some shows and stuff in a couple weeks. So that'll be really interesting for me to like
Yeah.
see the difference between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know how big 4-H is here in Columbia County.
Right.
I know Girl Scouts is huge, like 3 times the size of what it is in Baraboo.
Yeah.
Like it's huge around here. So I'll be interested to see like what they have going on, if they have anything going on or something along those lines. So
Yeah, absolutely.
but again, I'm only going to that fair for animals and whatnot. So.
Right. Yeah.
Tell you what, though, fair I'd love to go to, and that I wish I went to more to go see those things,
Mm-hmm.
is the I believe the Juneau County Fair
Okay.
in Mauston.
Okay.
Have you ever been to that
No.
one?
Nope.
That fair, those fairgrounds are awesome
Okay.
for that like 4-H animal
Mhm.
stuff. I wish I had a better like descriptor of it.
I have to look up when that is.
I have no idea when it is. I can check right now.
Yeah.
Let me. Juneau County Fair. I believe it's Juneau County. So just like, give me a second. I'm bad with my counties. Ba 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 ba. Your website looks like it was made in 2004. You guys need to update this.
Yeah, it probably was made in 2004.
Honestly, it probably was. Okay, it is in Mauston. Can confirm that I had the county right, so that's pretty legit. Now, 157th Juneau County Fair.
That's a lot of fairs.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy. It's in August.
Okay. I feel like that's when a lot of the fairs actually happen.
It is August 13th
Okay.
through the 20th.
That's the week after the state fair.
Which I haven't been to the state fair since I was in probably middle school.
I like going to the state fair. It's really nice.
See, I enjoy the state fair for food.
Yes. They always
State
have some
fair for
cool
food.
food.
Don't usually go to the fair for food. I actually don't usually buy food from the fair.
Yeah.
Baraboo Fair, I only ever bought ice cream.
Dude, we went to the ice cream stand that you got triple scoop from yesterday. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. That was huge. Did you guys get a triple scoop or no?
No, just one. Dude, because they scoop it, like one scoop is like what you would consider a triple
Dude,
scoop.
I know. My triple scoop
So-
was like the size of my head.
You had like 9 scoops.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. I
We're-
felt like death.
We were actually talking about that when we were there.
Oh, dude, it was amazing. I don't regret that at all, by the way.
Yeah.
But usually I only get ice cream at a fair.
Yeah.
But at the state fair, I'll like dive into some more food and stuff just because it's a good time. I've never done anything actually at the state fair. Now that I think about it, my family was never into like rides and stuff.
Yeah.
For fairs, it was just. I think that's why I think it's like pretty minimal,
Right.
and why
Yeah,
I never
understand that.
personally go for any of that stuff.
No, totally makes sense. I don't know, like the whole reason that I brought it up is so like going to the fair has been like a important thing to Mackenzie and I.
Yeah.
And we made it like an annual thing every year. But this year it felt way different.
Why?
I don't know if part of it was just like the weather that we had yesterday like scared people away or something, but the vibe there was like not it. Like there's like almost nobody there. And I know it was Wednesday, so I mean it kind of makes sense, but
Right.
there's usually more people than there was even during the week. But there's like nobody around. All of the like the carnies and stuff, they're just all like chilling on their phone, like no energy.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just
Did it rain in Baraboo a lot yesterday?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's probably
right
why.
before the fair.
When did it open yesterday?
It was supposed to open at 4, I think, but it opened at 5:30 because of the rain.
That honestly, that has to be why, right?
Yeah.
Like, when was it open till 9 or 10? Or 11?
I think they're open till 11.
Yeah.
I don't know. We left at like 9:40, something like that.
It was still slow and dead.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yep. But
you would think that like, I don't know, dude. It's the middle of summer. You'd think kids and like high schoolers and middle schoolers would come out at that time.
And that's what we were talking about. I'm like, dude, when I was in like middle school, high school time, this is the time like in the middle of the year where you go and see everybody from school, like in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
It was like the place to go. And I was looking around, I'm like, there ain't nobody here.
Yeah,
it was just so weird.
Was it opening day for the fair yesterday?
No, the fair started on like Sunday. That's just that's when the rides start is on Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
But there's been like stuff going on since Sunday, I think. Maybe it's Sunday or Monday.
Okay, yeah.
But
yeah,
it's I don't know, it's just so weird. We were walking around and we're like, this just doesn't feel normal. Like, it just feels really weird.
But yeah, that has to feel weird how deserted it is. Something I noticed about the Baraboo Fairgrounds a few weeks ago is how often they're used.
Yeah.
I never realized how often.
It's used for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it is. I never realized.
Which is a good thing.
Like, it needs to be used for stuff.
I don't like when there's a big space like that that's used for like one thing once a year.
Right, and that was my impression of it for the longest time. And I think all that changed like when Festival Foods came into Baraboo and started doing fireworks there. And then everybody was like, oh, fairgrounds. Let's use this for stuff.
Right.
Because now it gets used like every other week for something like legitimate. And I don't know. It's just how I feel about it. We have a fundraiser at the fairgrounds here in Portage for Boys and Girls Club, actually, in August. Okay. We have there's a circus that's going to get set up on the fairgrounds here.
Okay.
It's actually going to be legit. There's potential that I'm going to have to guest ringmaster that event.
Oh, that would actually be really cool. I think you'd be good at that.
Wouldn't it be legit? I think I would too. I would just need to be able to like have enough energy at that time because it's at the end of my day. Like there's two shows. One's at 5 and one's at like 7 or something like that. And it's like I work all day before then. And I'm totally cool with doing it, right? But it's like, I don't know. I haven't been involved with this project at all. It's just been like brought to the table to me in the last 2 weeks.
Right.
So I'm just sitting there quietly, and then somebody asked me directly. I was like, I'll do it if they need somebody to do it. You know what I mean? But so far, I think I'm the only person that said that. So I think I'm the closest person to doing it. And yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be guest ringmaster it, or if it's just talking about Boys and Girls Club and whatnot. And either way, I'd be good at it.
Right.
Like I can pull enough energy in like a high energy environment to do something like that. Used to when I worked at the circus in Baraboo, right? I think I've told you about this a lot before. But like some of the coolest things I've ever done were there. And one of those things I spent a summer, and during like their main big top performance, I would pull the curtains for the performance. And you get to like meet all the performers and stuff and really get to know them and have like legitimate conversations, joke around with them and stuff.
Right.
And it was so cool just seeing like
awesome.
the behind the scenes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There was one time there was a juggler and he had just some bowling pin shaped things. They weren't bowling pins, but they're shaped like it.
Right.
And like he was just joking around trying to teach me how to do it behind the curtains, like in the middle of the performance is going on and we're just sitting there. He's trying to teach me. I'm like, dude, I can't do this. I don't know why you're trying.
And he's like, dude, you're on next.
Yeah, it's like, get out there, man. It was awesome. It was awesome.
That's cool.
Good time.
Well, if you end up doing that, you should tell me about it because that sounds legit.
Oh, 100%. I think I'm going to be there anyway for the shows, no matter what. I think it's like I'm just so involved with this club, obviously.
Right.
Like I am this club at this point. Like this club, ride or dies based on the amount of energy that I'm putting into it.
The Boys and Girls and Eli Club.
Well, it's the Boys and Girls Club of Portage, Columbia County / Eli. Like that's where we're at right now. But I think I need to go see one of the shows at least just to be there because, again, it's a fundraiser event.
Yeah, that's cool.
It is cool. I actually hope I end up guest ringmastering it. I hope none of my superiors listen to this and just throw this on me in an email when they hear this. So
that would be so funny.
You heard nothing.
Nah, probably not.
I heard nothing.
I don't think so.
That's at the reason I started talking about that is because that's at the Columbia County Fairgrounds too. Mm-hmm. It's just another use of fairgrounds. Yeah. Another example of it.
Dude, no, I've heard like a lot of times like Olympic stadiums. Yeah. Like they build them brand new for the Olympics and then they just get abandoned afterwards and they don't get used for anything.
I really want to go like visit one of those.
It would be cool to do that.
Wouldn't that be sick?
Think about like how much wasted like material, time, space, like all that
Money,
stuff
energy.
is insane.
It's ridiculous.
And then it just sits there.
Olympic stadiums are a huge build because obviously you have to build the stadium. Mm-hmm. It needs to meet a certain capacity, but then you have parking. Yeah. Parking lots. And then it goes into this town. They have this huge influx of traffic, like unfathomable influx of traffic for X amount of days that stadium is being used. Mm-hmm. And then they're out, and they don't have anything to fill those shoes.
And now they're stuck with this huge building
that nobody's maintaining. Yeah. That's crazy.
It is. I have heard because I looked into this a while back because it like bothered me. Yeah. But like some of them have been like repurposed or tore down or whatever, but a large majority of them just sit there abandoned. Yeah. If anything, they should just reuse them. At the least, right? I think, but
some places will just relocate their next major sports team into it. Yeah, like it happens a lot with soccer stadiums. A lot of Olympic stadiums will get converted into a soccer stadium, right? And then whatever rundown park or stadium that the team was in, just gets demolished, and then that space gets sold as a lot or whatever. So that happens a lot overseas just because obviously soccer is massive. Yeah. But
I don't know. It's just so much space that just isn't being used. It's annoying.
I agree.
But I have no control on that. So
yeah. So there's another. So we went longboarding here in Portage, right? Yeah. Down the Riverwalk a little bit. I learned there's an offshoot of that Riverwalk. And there's a canal walk with the old canal that jets off the river. And it's not quite as long, but the path is very smooth still and everything. And I need to longboard it still. It's been a priority. What I posted on my Snapchat story of me longboarding, that was sweet. Okay. I did not expect to be going there. Yeah. But it's a cool spot. So I was in Richland Center, right? Yeah. I have no idea why I was in Richland Center. You
just ended up there?
I woke up and I was like, going to Richland Center. I don't know why. I just did. I went to Goodwill in Richland Center. I found nothing. It was a big letdown.
I love this story so far.
Then I was just there, right? And I was like, well, I have my longboard. Yeah. I also have my paddleboard in the car. I can do one of those two. Yeah. I'm down to do one of those two. And I'm already out here. Let me see if I can find nice spots. There's no water. that's really close to Richland Center. So I was like, well, it looks like I'm longboarding. I'm not going to paddleboard, which is fine.
I'm just picturing you paddleboarding in dry land right now.
Oh my God. Put some trucks on that paddleboard. But did some just Google Map surfing around Richland Center.
Yeah.
And they have a Platteville campus in Richland Center, like Baraboo does. Exact same idea.
Bro, why is
Not
this
as
college
nice.
franchising?
Why is this college franchising?
That's a whole different rant, but
but they have this I don't know what the walk is called. It's like a nature-ish walk, right? But it's long. I didn't measure the distance on it. I was out longboarding probably for like 40, 45 minutes.
okay.
And it's beautiful. Beautiful. There's that bridge that I was on that I had the video on is like hundreds of foot long, right? It's like a drawstring style bridge.
Okay.
So you can actually feel it moving underneath you, and you're not very high up, and it's just over like a little prairie.
Yeah.
But it's still really cool.
Right.
It's just really cool to stand on, and it's like, even has like the wood boards, like a drawstring bridge and stuff too. And the part that was cool, and I didn't do it. I don't know why I didn't do it. I was just so like linear, like I was staying on the path.
Yeah.
On one side, there was like a dried out like canal type thing. So flat concrete in like that like most of a trapezoid shape, you know, like the short, and then it comes up at an angle on the sides, and it's just straight concrete.
Right.
I thought about going down there with the longboard and hitting it. I just didn't do it. I have no idea why I didn't do it. I should have done it. So I'm gonna be going back up there or back down there and like hitting the nature walk pretty much all the way down to the campus. Turn around coming back, and on my way back dropping down into that dried out canal.
Yeah.
And just
No, that sounds
ripping
really
it all the
nice.
way back. It was really neat. It was really neat. The path itself wasn't perfect, but it was longboardable.
Yeah.
It was easily longboardable. Not perfect, but longboardable.
Did you get stuck on any little pebbles?
No, I'm much better than I was last time we went, actually.
That's good.
Much better. I'm not struggling with pushing nearly as much, kicking nearly as much.
That's good.
Really my big thing, and it's partially because my truck started getting loose. Like the bolts attaching the trucks to the board started getting loose, and I fixed that since then. But was struggling going uphill. I just struggle, and there's a little bit of like dips and rises.
I mean, that's going uphills. That's just
and I'm also like
annoying.
struggling with crosswalk transitions.
Yep.
Little ramp transitions onto crosswalk.
I think I was talking to you about that.
Yeah. I'm just struggling with it because they're not perfect, right? Like,
Yeah.
And it's not it's not the angle that it comes in at, but it's those crosswalks, and they're all over, and you don't notice it until you're actually like boarding, right? That have like an inch difference in where like the ramp is and the end of the sidewalk.
Yep.
And it just goes the whole length because whoever designed it was dumb, and they were hurrying up. So I don't know.
Yep. It's annoying.
But I want to tell you about that. It was a really good spot, and again, I'm going down there again. So
it's nice in the crosswalk areas when you find an area that gets kind of washed up when it rains, and you get like a whole pile of sand in there.
Yeah.
Because sand and longboards don't mix.
No.
At all.
No. No.
And you're riding along, and all of a sudden,
You know what it makes me want to do? So like, you can't Google longboarding spots near me in Wisconsin and find anything.
yeah,
It makes me want to just like make an app.
Yeah.
That's like Midwest longboarding, and then there can be like submissions and like
you totally could.
like a Reddit style ranking system where you can upvote spots and downvote spots based on like a region.
I think that's a good idea.
Wouldn't that be sick?
But actually,
Patent pending. Eli's app.
Make it even better. You can do all of your hiking spots is the main thing. And then this could be like an offshoot of it. Like, hey, here's some spots you can go to do this.
You can do that. The thing is, there's a lot of apps that have hiking spots, like All Trails. Have you used that before or no? Or you don't go.
Do you think I have?
No, you don't go out very much.
I do go out very much.
Just not those
Just
things.
not those things.
No, so like all trails is like, it's great for hiking. And I use it all the time for hiking.
Mm-hmm.
And it's established. And it's nationwide at least, potentially, like global. And they have mountain biking, hiking, right? Like that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing for longboarding. And that's more because longboarding's not marked trails most of the time. Like, it's not longboarding trails.
No.
It's
That's like not really a thing.
spaces you find.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, longboarding trails exist on, like, the West Coast
Yeah.
in minimal quantities.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really have it. So this is, like, the idea of this is more like scouting out locations in the public. Like, hey, and then marking it. And, like, you would be able to mark it through, like, a ride, right? Like, ride time approximately 30 minutes or whatever. Both ways or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
But it would just be cool because, like, I don't know. It just takes, like, some exploration to find some good spots.
Mm-hmm.
And it could even be like, oh, this block is really good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like, this street has really good sidewalks.
Come to this street.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is the street you want to longboard on if you're around here. You know what I mean? And just, again, you can have people that, like, live in that area that can, like, upvote it or, I don't know, rate it. You could do a rating, just a simple 5-star rating system, too.
No, I was going to say, all of a sudden you just see, like, a whole party of people longboarding down that street.
Wouldn't that be sick? Wouldn't that be sick? I don't know.
All the people that live there are like, where are all these people coming from?
Certain, like, yeah, exactly. Where did these guys come from? Because there's a lot of people that have longboards, man. And it's huge. Skate culture in Portage is huge. Mm-hmm. And I'm in love with it, by the way. In love with it. You made a comment when you walked in today to the Boys and Girls Club, because that's where we're recording again. There is how many skateboards sitting in that main hallway right now?
Oh, I saw one.
There's one in there right now. There was 4 in there earlier.
Yep.
There was 2 scooters in there too, and there's a bike.
Yeah.
How sick is that, dude? In my main hallway.
Yeah.
We go outside a couple times a day during the summer, right? For an hour-ish. And just take the board out, man. Just roll around on the concrete for fun. Why not, dude? I'm not stopping. Why would I care? Mm-hmm. That's an awesome time. It's so cool, man. I love it so much. But then, like, with that being said, so, like, if I'm longboarding around town here in Portage, it's casual. Like, they see it all the time. I was in Richland Center. Ain't nobody longboard in Richland Center.
Right.
Nobody skateboards in Richland Center.
Yeah.
I'm probably one of, like, 25 people in Richland Center that had a longboard. That was crazy. Everybody looked at me weird.
Yeah.
But there was nothing wrong with it. It was just, like, funny look. I was like, whatever, man.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people that have longboards use them actually more as just a means of transportation. Like a skateboard, I think, is more recreational.
Right.
And I feel like a longboard is more functional a lot of times.
I
people
agree.
have longboards, they're using it to actually get somewhere.
I agree.
You know?
I agree.
Especially in,
Longboard
like,
is
college
also,
towns.
Yes.
Like, they're all over Madison.
Even, like, just cities in general, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's a good means of transportation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't have to drive everywhere.
Yep.
But, I don't know. It's also way more accessible.
Yep.
It's not as accessible as in, like, price, because it's slightly more expensive. It's still extremely accessible, but not as like a skateboard. But accessible as in, like, so many people could actually do it.
Yeah.
And it's a good form of exercise. That was a really good, like, yawn, by the way.
Dude, I keep yawning. I'm trying not to yawn into the microphone, and I just did it on accident.
Yeah.
Dude, my sleep is all over the place. I'm just freaking tired all the time.
That's what's up.
But, yeah. I don't know. I think you should make that up.
Honestly, that'd be sick. I'm going to work on it in my 4 hours of free time each week. Each week.
Yeah. Seriously.
But yeah, man, I don't know, man.
You went from having 3 jobs to having 1, but somehow you still have 3 jobs.
Same amount of work.
Yeah.
That's more by choice now, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's by like choice and enjoying it so much that I feel like
Yeah. Oh.
like it's rewarding for me to put that time in. It's the same thing essentially as like, I don't know, half the stuff I'm doing right now is hobby.
Yeah.
In the job, which is really cool.
No, that is
I
good.
feel like because it's being more productive on hobbies are obviously extremely productive. No matter like you have a hobby, it's productive.
Yeah.
Like that's you time. That's hobby time. When I'm spending extra time here doing things like working on projects and stuff, that's me time, but it's like my hobby is my work right now, which is really cool. And I'm not like, I don't know. I don't feel like it's the work.
I think
like
that's a really good place
hobby.
to be for people. I think that's what a lot of people want to get to and they don't have. So
yeah,
I think that's a really good thing.
I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it.
Yeah.
So did I mention on this podcast or to you that I went on like this heavy, like no caffeine thing?
I don't think that we've talked about it on the podcast.
Okay.
But, I mean, obviously we've been talking about it
So
together, but
I went 4 days no caffeine, cold turkey on that boy.
Yeah.
Right? Did it. Cool. And then out of the next, what is it? So, okay, so that was out of 7 days, I had caffeine twice.
Mm-hmm.
The first, out of 9 days, had caffeine twice. Okay. The first 4, nothing. 5th, I had like a bubbler. So like 60. And then, nothing. Coffee. Nothing. Something like that. That's something what the pattern went, right? And it was great. After the first like 3 days, I was totally functional, right? And this week has been not okay. Needed the caffeine this week. But like it's crazy. And it's one of those things like where you know you're like completely addicted to it. Like so I was gone. Like I was off it, right?
Yeah.
At 2 out of 9 days. That's really good.
It is. Especially like just out of nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere. Like I felt really good. But then had an energy drink on Monday because, and this was planned. Like I knew I was gonna have caffeine on Monday, right? Because field trip, working 12 hours with a field trip, and then softball afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely.
That requires an energy drink. I feel like that's very, very, very justified.
Yeah.
But then Tuesday, I got like 3 hours of sleep going into Tuesday because I was up so long doing so much stuff on Monday. I was like, well, I'm dead. Looks like I'm having a coffee. I had black coffee, cold brew.
Okay.
It tasted really good. It was great. Then yesterday, Wednesday, I was like, all right, I had my sleep. I don't need caffeine today.
Yeah.
And I didn't have like an energy deficit through the day, right? Like I was fine. But, well, I did, but not like until later in the day. Like it wasn't noticeable until like 4:30. But I started getting a headache.
Yeah.
And I only had caffeine for 2 days before that. But it's like, you go like, I don't know, it was disappointing. And then today I had caffeine again. Tomorrow, I'm up in the air. I don't know. But then this weekend when we're at the cabin, I might have caffeine. I'm not risking having a headache and having my weekend destroyed over the weekend because of it. Well, I'm just
understandable.
Not doing that. I'll play those cards again next week. But I was pretty happy with myself for that like period of time.
I feel like that's probably the best way to approach it, though, is like have a good streak for a little bit and then take a break, have a good streak for a little bit, try and make it longer.
Yeah.
Take a break, try and make it even longer the next time until eventually it's like
out.
It's just there.
Yeah. And like I recognize I have a lot of self-awareness and same thing. I've just been way healthier in general in the last like month. A lot of self-awareness with the caffeine and stuff. It's like, all right, I know what I'm intaking milligram-wise of caffeine. I know exactly what I'm like my intake is. Yeah. And I know exactly where I want it to be. Like I want no more than to have caffeine twice a week. And I don't want that to be those 2 times no more than 200, which is the same as 1 standard energy drink or 2 cups of coffee.
Right.
Pretty much is where I'm sitting. And then like soda wise, I had one today purely because I felt like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with that. I've had maybe 3 or 4 sodas in 2.5 months.
Yeah.
I don't care. What the big thing is right now is calorie counting again.
Okay.
Good old Eli's gotten very out of shape in the last calendar year. From being very in shape to being very out of shape in a year. And just starting back from square one. Obviously, I talked about longboarding being a part of that, like being more active and stuff.
Yep.
But counting calories now and being slightly more cognizant of what I'm feeding myself.
Right.
And when I'm eating and how much of what I'm eating. And yeah.
Do you find that frustrating ever?
I find it frustrating when I reflect on it.
Yeah.
On what I've been eating.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm a nighttime snackaholic.
Yeah.
Like, I'll yam a whole can of Pringles at night if I'm unhinged.
Yeah.
I'll eat a whole sleeve of club crackers with cheese in one sitting if I'm unhinged. Like, it's that. Like, a whole bag of combos. Like, it got to the point where it's like, I need to buy... Like, I know I'm buying a tube of Pringles, and I know I'm going to eat that tube of Pringles in one sitting. Like, that's one night snack.
Yeah.
That's 800 calories in a snack with an unbelievable amount of salt in a snack.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough.
That's horrible. So, like, now, the other day, this was really cool. I want to start by saying I did eat a whole tub of Pringles, again, a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
But they were really good.
So it's okay.
So it's okay. And it's spicy. So I feel like at least like 1/10 of the calories I consume got burned on the spice levels. You know what I mean? So like, that's how that works.
Sure.
But a couple days beforehand, I had half a tub of Pringles. And I was like, that's enough. I didn't even think about it. I was like, that's enough.
Yeah.
And I hadn't eaten a ton before that too. I was just like, that's just enough. I thought about it afterwards. I was like, that's pretty legit. I'm glad I did that. And like, I've had that more often recently with buying things. Like, I'm not feeling as hungry, which is nice. And stuff. And it made me think like, when I was in high school and I went to try to like really cut on certain things heavy at one point. And one of the huge things at the time was ice cream. I don't like ice cream that much anymore.
Yeah.
Not an ice cream person anymore, but at the time I was, and it was also when I was working at the circus. I was working at ice cream wagon.
Dude, I wonder why you liked ice cream.
Oh my god, dude, I'd eat so much ice cream, man. A stupid amount. And I went a whole summer still working ice cream wagon, no ice cream, dude. I was doing push-ups in the ice cream wagon in the middle of shows when there was nobody there. Up. I was doing a combination of the two, and it got toward the end of the summer. I was like, man, I'm gonna have ice cream. Dude, I took one bite of that ice cream, I threw the rest of it away. I was like, I don't actually like that.
Yeah.
Like, how did I like that? This is what I want to talk about today. Sorry I'm so talkative. I know we were trying to keep this a little bit shorter.
No, that's cool.
This is what I want to talk about today. I was thinking about this other week. When we talk about, like, fast food and, like, what's good fast food and what's not. I was thinking about it the other day. No fast food is good fast food.
Oh, no.
There's no such thing as good fast food. No. And, like, it's all about, like, what you're comparing it to, right? So if you're a person that only eats fast food, that's good food. Like your Culver's, your Arby's, that's good food, right?
Absolutely.
I
totally agree with what you're saying right now.
And then when you're a person that doesn't eat fast food, and then this is going into like what I was just saying about eating healthier and stuff, is I've not been eating fast food very much. And I went to Burger King the other week, and I got the Burger King. I was like, I like Burger King. I've talked about it a lot before. I like Burger King, and I ate it. I was like,
why do I like that?
Why do I like Burger King?
Yeah.
Like, why do I enjoy Burger King? And then the other day on Monday, I think it was this Monday, might have been last Monday, I went to Dairy Queen, and I got normal order. and I had a malt. It was this Monday because I was outside all day. I burned like 6 trillion calories, and it was hot. And I was like, give me a malt. And I was like, that was well-deserved. But I didn't like it. I was like, why did I like this? Like, why is this good? This isn't good.
Yeah.
And it's your body feels like things are good based on what your body's been consuming.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think about.
That's so true.
So you have people like, McDonald's is awesome. Dude, what are you eating that makes McDonald's awesome to your taste palette and your body right now?
Yeah.
Like, what are you consuming outside of McDonald's to make that taste good to you? Mm-hmm. That's a painful thought.
Yes, it is. That's crazy, too, because, like, your body will, like, adapt. Because you could be that person and then eat a bunch of different food for a while. And, like, just like you were just saying, go back to it and you'd be like, bro, what the heck?
Yeah. What happened?
Yeah. But if you kept eating it,
you'd be back to like, oh yeah, this is good. This is good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I guarantee you, if I ate out, like if I had a Culver's, Dairy Queen, not KFC. I don't like KFC at all. Or A&W, right? Mm-hmm. If I did that for lunch, let's just say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the next time I didn't enjoy them that time. Yeah. If I go back to the top of the order on Thursday and I go to Culver's again, I guarantee you I'm enjoying that Culver's. Mm-hmm. Like, for real, I'm enjoying that Culver's.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. That was a thought I had. So your body feels like, I feel like we all enjoy, or like our desire for quality food is the same.
Yeah.
But it depends so much on, like, what we're eating.
Day to day.
Day to day.
Yeah.
For us to actually feel like it's good and that it's worth it. Because I can tell you this also, I have to like be super cognizant if you're reversing it, right? Mm-hmm. Like not going from healthy to bad, but bad to healthy.
Yeah.
If you're going from bad to healthy and you're paying attention to those nutrition facts and you're like, all right, I need to be healthier. What am I going to do? All right, I'm going to do this. You eat that healthy thing. It was like, okay, I ate that. I didn't really enjoy it. Like I'd rather go and eat this right now. But, you make yourself do that enough, and then that healthy thing's good all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. And, like, just by, like, the way nature is, that's just, like, the base standard, right? Yeah. Like, that is what's good to us naturally. And this unhealthy stuff is... And I'm not saying I'm ever going to stop eating unhealthy food, like fast food and stuff, because I'm not. Like, it's going to happen, and I'm well aware of it, but, like, I don't know. It's not good food. Mm-hmm. And, like, your body knows it's not good food, but it gets so used to the idea that it's what it needs that it just accepts it. And it's like, all right, this is good food now. And what you were eating or what you should be eating is not what you should be eating.
Mm-hmm. No, I completely understand that. I think the same thing happens with, like, the amount of food that you eat, too. Because I feel like...
Yes.
So, like, I know I talked about this on the podcast before. I've done, like, intermittent fasting before.
Yeah, are you still doing that, by the way, or not?
I kind of do it, like, on and off.
Okay.
Like, I do it for a while, and then I stop for a while, and then I do it for a while, and I stop for a while. Whatever. But, anyways, a lot of times when people do that, the first couple of days, it's like, dude, I am so hungry. Like, I'm used to eating right now.
Right.
But your body will get used to it, and eventually, like, you're not even hungry at that time. You just get used to eating, at the time you're supposed to be eating at.
Right.
And then it's the same. I mean, it's literally the same thing, but just for, like, the amount of food that you eat.
Right.
And
exactly.
You just don't feel hungry at that time anymore.
Yeah. It's crazy how your body
get so used to
to
constantly eating food all day.
It's insane how your body adapts to that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because, I'll wake up right now, and I've been eating less for breakfast.
Yeah.
Less for breakfast. And I still buy the same quantity of food that I used to eat if I am buying my breakfast in advance, right?
Yeah.
So, like, last night, I had to get gas, stopped at Quick Trip, bought my breakfast. I bought donuts. I bought a cherry fritter, which was pretty good, by the way, and another vanilla frosted peanut Long John, right? Because that's what I used to eat. And I'm just used to buying it. But I'm not used to eating that amount of calories and that amount of sugar for breakfast anymore.
Right.
Like, I'm used to 3 Eggo waffles, which isn't like any sugar and mostly just carbs, right? Or I'm used to some days nothing and just a drink for breakfast, right? Yeah. I'm used to a breakfast sandwich. I'm used to some eggs. I'm like, that's what I'm used to, right? So I bought these 2 donuts and I ate the apple fritter this morning and I was stuffed.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. And a Quick Trip apple fritter, for those who don't know, isn't huge. Like, it's the size of like a half-closed hand. You know what I mean? Like, it's not huge. And that Long John, I just remembered it. I forgot. It's in my car right now. It's been sitting on the passenger seat. It's probably melted. It's been there all day.
Oh, it's definitely melted.
Yeah, I haven't touched it.
Yeah.
And again, now it's a second thought.
That's completely what'll happen. That's insane.
It's
but
crazy.
If you keep having that
adjusts.
for breakfast every day, then eventually.
Then I'll be eating like crazy for breakfast.
Yeah.
And I think that's where like that I put down that Pringles can halfway thing came from. It was like that's enough.
Yep.
And my body was used to it because for the few days beforehand I wasn't eating that much. I was like,
yep.
Your stomach expands and changes like crazy. Like crazy.
No, I did I was like counting calories for a long time too. When Mackenzie went to college, I started doing that, and I just stopped like a month ago.
Did you ever use an app for it? Or
yeah,
you did.
I was
use
using
an app for it?
MyFitnessPal.
Okay, yeah, I've used that before.
Yep.
I got to the point, so I did that for like a month, right? And I got to the point where I was doing enough exercise. Like it was during the winter too. I was like skiing like every other day. I went crazy that year. There was a day I went skiing for 10 hours.
Yeah.
Straight with like 2 half-hour breaks. That was crazy.
Yeah,
Midwest, dude, that's crazy. I was going I was going hard that year. But it got to the point where it's like I know all the calories and these things that I'm eating and I'm just going to track it mentally.
Yep.
And at that point in time,
which is a more healthy way to do it.
Yeah. And at that point in time, I'd cut out all drinks that had calories, so I was only drinking water. So I don't even need to count my liquid drinks, which made it way easier.
Yeah.
So like I buy a cheeseburger, I buy this and this, I know where I'm at, and I know what my metabolic rate is. Like still, I know how many calories I'm burning roughly just sitting in one spot every day.
Right.
Which really helps for burning calories because it's like, all right, this is where I'm at right now. Like I know exactly where my body's at, which is so powerful.
Yeah.
So powerful.
It really is.
That's like the biggest thing. Like if you count calories without knowing your metabolic rate, you're not helping really. You're just guessing. And you can guess a low number. Like you can guess 1,600 calories is a daily value.
Yeah.
That's crazy low. That's crazy low, man. You gotta weigh like 120 to do that many calories a day, right? Like a normal person's at like 2,100 or something like that. But like you're just guessing, and you can guess low again. You're not helping yourself really.
Yeah.
Could be like starving yourself.
Yeah. I did it, and I did a lot of research on that too when I started doing it. Your body will adapt to that too.
Yeah,
and
which
eventually
is also crazy.
that'll just become how much you need, and then it's not even really helping you.
And that metabolic rate, exactly. Exactly. And your metabolic rate changes based on your fitness too. You can burn a crazy amount of calories. Like if you run every day for, let's say, half an hour, 45 minutes, right? It's like a 5K, or that's 20 to 40 minutes, right? That's between a 5 and a 10K roughly, right? If you run that much, let's say every day or 4 times a week, your metabolic rate's high, man.
Yeah.
You can eat like 2,500 calories in a day, and that's like what you're burning sitting, because that's what your body's used to burning.
Yeah.
Like that's the level your body's used to exerting energy. So like I don't know, it's wild.
Yep. No, I feel like in the last, I guess it's almost a year now, I learned so much about just health and my diet and fitness doing that. And like I didn't really talk to anybody about it. Like you probably didn't know that I was doing that.
Right.
Obviously.
No.
And like the only person I talked to about it really was Mackenzie.
Right.
But I learned so much about it. And like I'm at a place now too where it's just like, I'm not like tracking it or anything, but I'm just so much more aware of what I'm eating.
Yeah.
And like how much activity I'm getting in and stuff. So it's at a healthy point. But
right.
It's crazy because before that point, like I had some bad habits,
Yeah, man.
like insane,
Yeah,
that like I'm not doing anymore. So,
exactly. And they're easy to develop too.
mm-hmm,
They're easy to develop. I still need to force myself to get out a little bit more.
mm-hmm.
Just need to. I need to do more hiking stuff.
Yeah.
That's what really, for me and my body and my like lifestyle, that's what pushes me in the right direction all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Is hiking stuff without fail. But what I did notice is I did a hike up the Balanced Rock Trail at Devil's Lake earlier this week. Dude, I wasn't tired.
Yeah.
I could have done it again. I went up and down. I could have done it again.
Yeah.
So that was really good. I haven't
That's a
had
good
that in a
thing.
while.
That's always a good feeling where you're like, yo, I just did that. And I'm like,
Let me do it again.
yeah.
Put me in the game, coach. Halftime's over. Put me back up there.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how I was feeling, and I haven't had that in a while, like I said, so it felt good.
Yeah. That's awesome.
This podcast has ran way over time.
Yes, it has. Before we end it, though, do we have any feedback from last week?
I got to pull it up, dude. I have not pulled that up at all. Add it to my
I think we got
55 tabs up on my computer.
I think we got our usual suspects.
We do have our usual suspects. At least last time I checked. Yes, they still the only two suspects. All right, Jude said on last episode, someone should make a new song with an animal name and a body part. So there would be the heart of a lion, eye of the tiger, and then whatever the new one is.
I think I like this idea.
I got the eye of the tiger, heart of a lion, nose of an elephant.
I love it.
Yeah?
Nose of an elephant.
Yeah.
Let's release a new single.
Nose of an elephant. Brandon and Eli, nose of an elephant.
This is the spoof of Eye of the Tiger.
And then it's nose of an elephant. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? It was
Let's
a heavy
do it.
drop at the end of that.
Dude, I love it. I love it. Good idea.
I love it, man. And then Mark said from the door wheel debate that he's going to go with wheels. Lego makes a ton of them. Also that there's a new study recently that got released that humans eat more bananas than monkeys. It's true. I can't remember the last time I ate a monkey.
Okay, Mark. Okay, Mark.
I like that one. I like what Mark's got going on here. I'm enjoying this a lot, by the way.
That's good. That's good. I'm happy that I actually understood that one.
Well, he laid that one out pretty clearly for
Yeah.
us. It's hard for us to miss that one.
The last one was we were a bit slow.
We were very slow on the last one. We got there at the end, though.
Yeah.
As far as wheels, how do you feel about that?
I like we said at the last one. If you're not counting transistors, then I was always on the wheel side also. But there ain't more wheels than transistors.
No. Lego can't
It's
make
not true.
enough wheels to combat the transistors.
So
There's an outlandish amount of transistors.
it's not gonna happen.
But again, you cut that electronic part, it's wheels all day, every day.
Absolutely.
So that is what it is. That is the end of the episode. It's been
An interesting
longer
one.
than we expected. It's been a really good one, I feel like. I
Yeah.
enjoyed this episode a
Just
lot.
kind of sat down and talked.
Pretty
that's
much. There was no plan of attack. It just happened. There's a small chance we're going to miss next week.
Yep.
There's also a chance we'll record a podcast at the cabin.
So we'll see what happens.
We have no idea. We'll just see what happens. Until then, we will see you guys next time. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.